When
is
my
family
going
to
stop
eating
pork?
Huh? Astaghfirullah.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Right.
Welcome back to another episode of Atypical, everybody. That was a little game of one word stories to start off the episode. It's only
What's
two of
going on?
us
Yeah.
because the other half are useless.
Fucking
So
shit.
this week you got a little special feature episode coming at you with none other than Harshu and Hamzah ripping
big
it up over
HH.
here, mate.
Come on, man. The hardest workers. I've been saying it for the longest time, bruv. Hardest workers in Atypical, and it's point proven. And another thing, fuck them. Fuck them both. I don't even want
to be
them
fair,
back. I can't lie. I'm having more fun in the last 5 seconds, the last minute, than them being here normally, bruv.
I ain't gonna say no, but I ain't gonna say yes.
You know, you ain't got to say it, bruv.
But
Should we do another one?
Episode with, yeah, we can do another one. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm on.
Right. You want to fuck off then?
We're keeping that in. We're keeping that in. This is what you're in for. You're in for a good episode. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a banger.
I'll
We
tell
got
you.
some good stuff planned.
I mean,
Go on, one word
right. Say this. Today
is
when.
huh?
Do it again. Today.
Is
What? What? You go. You start.
Okay. Today
Is
when
I
am
going
to
tell
everyone
that?
I know where this is going.
Say it. Say it. Huh?
I
Say it. Say it.
leaving
Atypical. Goodbye. Fuck this.
Now, Harshu doing a solo episode. This has been Hamzah. Link tree in the description. Catch you all on the next episode.
Long day.
Oh my god!
I told you it'd be good. We've been trying to do this for the last 6 episodes, but no one backed it, bro.
Yeah, I didn't back it with that. Was fun. I
was
like one-word
fun,
stories.
bro.
If you want more one-word stories, let us know.
Can we
That
do
was
one
quite
more?
funny.
Can we do one more?
Yeah,
one
go on,
last
go
one.
on.
Masam
Is
I just want to say it. N begins with I.
idiot.
All that. I was gonna say incel, but
To be fair though, he doesn't like that word. He gets triggered.
oh my
He can't do anything about it. So it sounds like him problem.
What's he gonna do? He's not here, bro.
100%. Well, yeah, there you go then. That's a little one-word stories. If you want more one-word stories, let us know. But let's
Welcome
get
back.
into this. This is going to be... A lot of this episode is going to be like a getting to know Hamzah and Harshu. All right? So we thought we'd go a little different route. We've got some few games planned and stuff like that, all right? Trying to guess the same word together. We won't give too much away. Some stories, about what's going on right now in our lives, getting to know about what we do for a living. And we got like this little card game-esque vibe that we're going to like answer on behalf of Jay and Masam too. And then when they come out, we're going to try and compare and see how well we know them. But that'll be later on in the episode. For now, we're going to start off like we usually do, talking about some big news that's been going on around the world. Where do we want to start off with?
I wanna, bro. I can't lie. I literally watched the video for McGregor and truegeordie today. I saw like truegeordie's response, and I was cracking up, bro. That shit had me in tears, bro. I'm actually worried for McGregor myself, because he doesn't look the same, bro. Like he doesn't look healthy at all. Like he looks bloated. He looks unwell. The way he's been speaking in interviews is mad, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, you're right. I can't lie. He's ever since the Khabib fight, he was off the rocker in terms of, since Mayweather, since the Mayweather thing.
Yeah.
Before that, he was just a
Different gravy.
hard-working man from, I think, District 12 over in Ireland, Dublin, working hard on the estate. He was a plumber, so on and so forth. You all know the story. Then became double champ because the double champ does what the
Fuck
he
he
wants.
wants, mate.
And since the Mayweather fight, which was great for his life, but I don't think it was too great for his psyche because he's gone he just seems like he's on coke.
He is, bro.
And he's definitely got to be on some steroids or PEDs. Connor, if you're listening, I don't want some of that. Come on the podcast, all right? We love you, but
We
mano
do.
e mano, just being honest, all right?
He ain't never gonna hear this, bro. It's calm.
You never know. You never know.
You
By the way,
never know.
I've got mad hay fever, so I'm gonna be sneezing like at 3, 2, 1.
Bless him. Bless you. To be fair, I can't lie to you. I just came back from a picnic as well. My nose was all messed up as well. So apologies to the listeners, watchers, whoever you are. We'll do our best. We'll take our Puriton and we'll get through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop one of those right now. Actually, keep talking.
Popping pills. Jeez,
But yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's bad, bro. It's bad, bro. I actually I saw True Geordie's thing in two ways. Yeah, to me, part of it looked like obviously views. Part of it looked like he was kind of like he was throwing out the fishing rod. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted him to catch it, and he did because Connor's in the place he's at the moment anyway. But part of it was also genuine as well. It was like he was actually trying to look out for the guy. He was actually saying, you know, fix up, pattern up. This ain't the same monster that you used to be. But yeah, he's just catching smoke for it, bro. Did you see what thing you were saying in that house party? He was like, "You fucking burn victim. You're an oversized oaf or some shit like that." It was
who
fucked.
Connor to Geordie?
To True Geordie,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, Connor was on a mad one, innit?
Mad
Connor was on a mad
one.
one. Yeah, no, I mean, Geordie then called him out for a little charity boxing match, or MMA. I can't remember which one it was, but either way, they do not go well for Geordie. He will get pieced up like nobody's
He'd get
business.
fucked up, bro.
Yeah, but that was a funny one. Geordie also had beef with Fury when he had Fury in an interview. Fury was like to him at the end of it, "Oh, you're a bellend, you're a tosser.
Really?
Never coming on doing your thingy again." I didn't watch the whole interview to see why that occurred, but I think Geordie's just asking like harsh questions about the reality of things, and I just don't think they're like it because people don't usually ask him that stuff. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But that was funny.
That was hilarious. I saw another thing. I actually wanted to ask you as well. If you put I saw something that was like, if you put Jon Jones in a cage with Fury, who comes out on top? And there were so many people backing Fury, which pissed me the fuck off. I was like, bro, you don't understand.
Bones Jones.
Johnny would eat
Bones
you out.
Jones. Yeah. Whoa.
Pause.
Yeah. All right. Wow.
I mean, he would.
Yeah.
And he'd like it. Fury would like it. I mean, I'd want him to eat me out, so I don't care. Either way, yeah, Jon Jones wins, man. Can't lie to you, bro.
Jon Jones is UFC
Different
heavyweight
monster.
champion of the world. But yeah, no, for sure. He wouldn't stand a chance.
Different gravy, bro.
But speaking of interviews as well, Mr. Andrew Tate and Elon both ripping into the BBC. Did you see this?
No, I saw them on an interview. I saw Andrew Tate on an interview, but I didn't actually see what happened there. I don't know what happened.
It was like the same thing with Elon. When Elon went on it, BBC interviewed him, and he's just like, this thing you said was wrong. This thing you said was wrong to the BBC guy. He's like, you're chatting worse, like blah 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 blah. You just rinsed him basically, and he gave questions back to him that he wasn't able to answer, stuff like that. It made him look like a bit of a fool. And then Andrew Tate did the same thing because obviously you're going to vilify him.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like him or dislike him, you're going to vilify him. And then he just like rinsed them back, but it was basically the same vibe. But obviously Andrew recorded all of it on his end. So he was like, he released like an unedited version because obviously they edit and they snip it up. Yeah, so that was funny.
I need to watch that. He's an interesting guy, man. Very interesting guy.
He definitely is. Well, in the world of like fighting and everything like that as well, still in the same realm, Logan Paul going at it with Israel Adesanya. All right, Adesanya.
What's actually going on there?
They were just buddies, innit? So they were just like sparring together. But Logan Paul's a savage. He's a savage. He's such a big guy, man.
He's a big guy, bro.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's naturally built for that kind of stuff. Like in terms of sports, in terms of like,
he's a wrestler.
Proper. Too bad. Case I beat the fuck out of him. So shout out my guy.
Come on the pod.
Trying to be like him, elbows and all, bro.
Okay, so versus John Jones.
Now that I'd pay for it. That I'd like to see.
100%, 100%, man.
Nah, it's nuts, bro.
Yeah. So those are some pop culture stuff. There's a lot we can't talk about because Masam's not here, and he'd kill us if we talked about. I watched Spiderverse, for example, yesterday. I'll give a little non-spoiler.
Yeah, do it.
Because they literally just came out, but like, I didn't watch the first one. Grill me for that if you want. But
can't lie, that is a sin, bro. That is a sin.
Yeah, well, we'll come to sins in a second. If you but like, it was the art style was cool, kind of nauseating, and kind of gave me a headache though, and I kind of didn't like it. It was cool. I've never seen anything like it, but I kind of didn't like it. The background always looks like when you take your 3D glasses off, and I just didn't like it. It's like this
it's psychedelic.
Yeah, but I just didn't like it. Of course, you like it, but I didn't like it.
Shut up, bro.
I didn't like it. Okay, it's not that I didn't like it, but I just felt like I just felt like it was a bit overrated.
It's too much. It's too much for your eyes.
Yeah, I felt like the movie was a bit overrated.
Have you considered that might just be because you're really old?
I'm 25.
Exactly, bro. Imagine being 25, bro. Could never be.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be that like. Well, we'll come to that question later. When we go through when is everyone's birthdays and let's see how well we know each other as friends.
This is so bad. I need to Google everyone's fucking Google. I need to WhatsApp
I
check
don't know anyone's birthday. One of theirs was like 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
You're saying how you're old and your eyes can't take.
Oh yeah, Spiderverse. Yeah. So but yeah, no, it was. I still enjoyed it though. Yeah, I just go cinema. 90% of the time I go cinema for the motive. I'm not actually going for the movie. So at this point, it just is what it is, isn't it?
Well, how long was this particular film?
It was, I think it was like maybe like 2 hours 20, 2 hours 15.
Okay, fair.
Like 2 hours 10. Something. It felt like that much.
One thing that stands out about the Spiderverse, well, the Spiderverse in general, in terms of the cinematic universe, is their soundtrack. I don't know. Obviously, you probably haven't, but
it wasn't as good as the last one. I think.
Really? No.
Yeah, because I know there were some iconic
insane
songs in the first one.
Yeah, Sunflower.
But it was still good though. It was still good, but I don't know. Just watching it, nothing really stood out to me. Like, oh crap, that's a really good song.
Okay,
fair. It was more like just as a whole, like it was the vibe, the consistency in the vibe of the movie was definitely strong. Like, there was a lot. It was consistent with the vibe it was giving off. Okay. It didn't like go one way then another. So it was like a hip, young, cool, fun, like a really genuine like Spidey movie.
Yeah.
Which you've kind of felt with the Tom Holland ones as well.
Because there's that younger demo in it, the way you move it.
Yeah, and apparently they're going to be doing a live action one of Miles Morales as well. So he's coming to the real world.
Who do you reckon? Who would be sick as Miles, bro? Who would be? I'm trying to think of a young black actor. Damson Idris. But he doesn't seem. He's a guy in Snowfall.
Movies. He's not clear. There's none that come to my mind straight away.
Can't really think.
Let's put. She's definitely not Tom Holland's Mary Jane.
Imagine. Oh yeah,
her name's definitely not Mary Jane, by the way. I think I butchered that. I think she got a different name.
No. Oh,
Is she Gwen?
I think
she's MJ.
She's MJ, but it might be different.
Masam, I'm sorry. Names. Masam, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Masam.
I'm sorry, Masam. Don't kill me.
Masam's gonna stop watching right now. Nah, it's mad though. That's mad. Glad you went. I want to go, man. I want to go ASAP. I want to go see it as soon as, time willing, time permitting.
I recommend it. But yeah.
What did the boys think of it? What the man
everyone else thought the first one was better, but this one was still really, really good. They enjoyed it as a whole. It was kind of a setup. Yeah, it was kind of like a setup movie in a way
for the next one.
Yeah, for the next one. Yeah, so
fair enough.
Enjoyable.
Fair enough.
If you like it, if you like the first one, go definitely go watch it again. I'm sure. Although I didn't watch the first one. But...
I can't wait for Barbie, bruv. Barbie's coming out soon. It is looking insane. You know, they use so much pink paint that there was a shortage in the world, bro.
Yeah, I've got cap on that, bro. How much pink they're using, bro?
I mean,
how much pink they're using, but Hollywood sets are big.
Huge,
yeah,
bro.
I literally just read that today, actually.
That's wild, bro. That's insane. Imagine using so much paint on one film. Who's buying pink paint, though, realistically? What are you painting pink in life, anyway? Realistically.
Barbie fangirls.
True. You can't go. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not fucking
Barbie
wrong.
fangirls.
Hmm.
But yeah.
What are you saying? How you been, man? What's life? What's life saying at the moment?
Started gym in it. I think I said the last episode or whatever. Finally got off my lazy backside.
I
Decided
respect
to
it.
go to the gym. And I started obviously a new job.
How's that going for you at the moment?
Yeah, it's like the beginning of the month, beginning of May. So it's been like a month now, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
What do you do
And
again?
now
Oh, sorry.
I
Future thing.
no, that's what I was gonna say. Now I work in like investments, stuff like that, in like mergers and acquisitions. So like when the company I work for wants to acquire another company that we want to purchase and bring part of our own portfolio, I'll like analyze them and decide whether it's a good opportunity to go for or not, like their financials, like what they offer, does it make sense with what we do, is it synergistic, can we bring it together,
Yeah.
like 1+1=3 sort of thing. That's like the
Yeah.
mentality. And so yeah, I just sort of analyze that, grill the companies we're trying to buy because they got dodgy financials. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, nah, just like just analyzing them,
Wise decisions and
and
that.
stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. And so it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun because I studied finance. I did my bachelor's, my master's in it. So like I'm going back to it because my previous job was more like strategy
Mm.
in a tech company, and
Mm.
like so it's still the same realm of like strategy and C-level strategy and things like that, but it's yeah, it's definitely heavy finance based.
How?
It's been good.
No, I'm glad, bro. I'm glad. You seem like you're happier as well in the new spot at the moment. Like from what I've seen, but I wouldn't know. But I was
Fresh
just gonna
start, innit?
say, fresh start, 100%. It's still new. It's still very new, and it's probably very soon to say. But what do you reckon's been your biggest challenge in moving from the previous role into this one? Do you think there's been like a big change in anything, any role?
Excel.
Excel.
That's it. That's
That's
the
a
answer.
bitch. It's a
Microsoft
bitch.
Excel. Nah, because it's my job is Excel heavy, and I knew it would be. And we don't really get taught Excel over here in the UK, to be honest with you. I know in Europe they get taught Excel a lot more.
Mm.
Friends for my masters and stuff. But yeah, that's probably been the biggest thing. Because other than that, like I go into the office and stuff. That's fine. I don't really care about that. I commuted for years at uni,
Mm.
so I enjoy the commute. Sorted out my sleep schedule, so it's actually a positive. So I'm not even going to complain about that.
You're waking up at a normal time now, yeah.
Yeah, finally waking up at a normal time.
I like it.
Yeah, man. I think it's just that. I think it's definitely going to pick up a lot more because I'm going to pick up a lot more responsibilities because the team's getting a bit of a reshuffle.
Mm.
So there's going to be definitely a lot more that I'm doing, but I'll figure it out.
No, I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, you
Yeah,
were saying
yeah,
like you got most of your team are abroad in it at the moment, so a lot of
yeah,
you
yeah. They
a lot of
are,
slack.
but no, it's good, man. It's good. What about you?
No, I'm glad, bro. Yeah, I'm calm, man. Yes, still grinding away. Same shit, different day. It's been harder recently. Definitely picking up more things to do. Um, some later days for sure. I'm clocking that I'm still logged in. My team's green circle is still online for a little longer than usual, but we move. It's yeah, it's calm. It's good. Having fun.
Why don't you explain what you do then for the viewers out there?
Calm. So I'm in digital marketing. I work in paid social. So essentially, I work on the agency side. So my role consists of a company will come to us with a brief. Well, a company will be our client. So I work at the moment for Nike or Nike. We're contractually obliged to call it Nike. So if I'm in a
Oh,
meeting and I say Nike, it's mad. They
oh
get iffy.
no.
Yeah, trust
Are
me,
they
man.
Americans that you're working with, or is it Europe because it's the Europe team?
Yeah, they're from the Netherlands primarily.
Oh, okay,
But yeah, even there's some Americans within the team, and they
sure.
call it Nike too. But yeah, man, it's mad.
It's Nike.
It's
I
Nike,
don't care
bro.
if it's made in America. I don't care if they pronounce it like it's Nike.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's yeah.
Listen, you
But
say Nike around the boys, you're getting rinsed. Just know that, okay? Just know.
bro, it's so bad. Yeah, like the other day, I was literally just explaining my role to someone else, and my I naturally just said Nike.
Yeah,
I would normally say Nike, and it's so mad now because I'm so used to saying Nike that it's part of my vocab. It's bad, bro. It's pissing
yeah,
me off, but you got to do it. Here's what it is. But yeah, I
yeah.
basically they're my client. Well, I work with them, and they'll come to us with briefs for campaigns, social campaigns. So you might see we did the World Cup stuff. A lot of the Nike ads that you might see on Instagram for like basketball, football, clothing, like leggings, all these kind of things will be the ones that we essentially create the brief for it. They'll have the brief, but we'll create the campaign for it, and using past data as well, analytics, and try and push the ads out there in the most optimum way, the best way to get the message across from whatever the
So who does
campaign
the
is.
visuals for the ad?
Excuse me, that's another company. That'll be a
Right.
creative agency.
You're
But
just actually pushing it out in terms of the SEO and like the marketing and like digital, like, literally, yeah, the data and the analytics and the
that too.
yeah.
We will also have a say in. Sometimes we have we like in terms of like best practices. We'll have a say in like what kind of creatives would be best for certain campaigns. So we'll also help brief the creative agency, saying like, okay, we would like this sort of stuff because we think it will work best. But we're not creative at all. Like we're just, yeah, as you said, it's the back end stuff.
Yeah.
It's all analytics. But yeah, nah, it's that's basically what I do. So I'm an exec, still grinding away. I work within the platforms a lot. So actually building the ads, putting them together, writing writing the copy, and and yeah, analyzing reports and stuff. But over time, I want to essentially, like, I'm picking up more stuff now, as I was saying earlier, and it's like planning the campaign. So I'll be like the primary contact for like campaigns for certain parts, like the kids and Jordan's construct. That's basically what I work under. So they'll come to me and they'll be like, how can we push this out, and I'll basically help with that on my side more now. That's basically what's been the stressful bit, because I'm so new to it, and it's been very hard for me, but I'm getting there. So yeah,
Nah,
just
that's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool
mm,
though. That's why Harshu runs a social media side.
yes. If
That's why it's good in Atypical, because we have a balance of people who do different
we
things.
do,
Jay studied design, does UI and design and stuff like that. So he does that, and Harshu does social media because of that. Blah, blah, blah,
that's
blah.
why it's social
So on
shit.
and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, you blame Harshu, isn't it?
Fuck you.
You know why?
Fuck you.
It's because our social for him is unpaid social. That's why.
It's true, man. You better start subscribing, big man. Start giving them likes, brother. I need some pigs.
Oh god, yeah. But nah, yeah. So that's pretty cool then. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
man.
I don't think we really talked about that. Maybe if you guys do wanna like hear more about the people behind the screen in a way. We've kind of done an episode where we did a get to know us. I think it was literally called Get to Know Us a little while back. But if you do, and we keep saying this every episode, like if you want, but you guys never reply. But we know you're watching because you talk to us about it, kind of. All right. But you guys need to be more vocal. Get in the comments.
Comment,
if
man.
If you don't want to comment, you should. I recommend it. But if you don't want to, right, you can always anonymous form, or B, just the DMs. It's all, man. Even if they're DMs, we're still going to keep it anonymous unless you don't want it to. We never post stuff to stories about what people DM us, again, unless you want us to, and we'll ask you permission, etc. But just let us know, because we know you're watching. Right?
Yeah, man.
We're getting the views. We see the analytics. All right, we see the retentions.
Don't know about getting the views.
Nah, we need to stop this agenda. We get the views. Don't make me bust up the views that we've been getting. We are growing.
Please don't.
Right? More people are following as well. All right, on Instagram and stuff. So
that is true.
the support is there, so we love you all. But get a bit more communicative with us. Come on, communication is key.
100%, man.
Communication is key.
100%.
But
yeah, man. That's what we do. That's what we do.
So what else has been happening? That was a little random little segue there.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to know how you were, man.
Yeah. Check out our anxiety episode.
Please, it's got no views, bro.
Okay, it's got views.
24 or something.
Yeah, but you can count the ones on Spotify and Apple.
Did you check that? I
didn't check that, but
I don't want
I'm sure
to.
we do, innit? I'm sure we do.
Nice, amatic.
But yeah, no, check that out. Yeah, but what else has been happening then? What else has been happening in the news?
Bro,
I see. You put this. I don't know if you're going to talk about the double deckers, right? But you put that in there, and I literally saw it on my Instagram like that same day.
They're listening.
And I was like, no way.
I think it's going round. It's making its rounds on social media at the moment. But I did see
roundabout, yeah.
Roundabout, literally F1.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Stop. Stop. Oh my days. Yeah, but I saw it the other day, and it basically, yes, everyone's posting it on their social media now. I saw it on Reddit, and it was basically like someone found some old footage of a race. It's not even one race. It was a thing back in the day where people used to race in double decker buses. So like you must see them in like all around London, all around, pretty much the UK. There's double decker buses everywhere. Shout out NPC, New Punjab coaches. Oh no, those aren't even double deckers, bruv.
No, they're the
Don't.
famous London bred buses. The famous London
Yeah,
bred
yeah,
buses.
yeah. And yeah, they'd be racing them around and stuff, and it's just mad to see because it's like they're huge, bro. How they like the center of gravity like so perfectly aligned that they're not toppling over when you turn around this roundabout, and it's fucking crazy, bro. Just if you can, obviously, chuck a chuck a.
Yeah, unfortunately, the graphics card is unfortunately not here, so the facilities for that is not. But when the graphics card comes in a few months, man, these episodes are going to take a big jump up, a big jump up.
I can't wait.
But
But yeah, nice.
yeah, so because it's funny because they actually do, like, there's 12-wheelers, 18-wheeler lorries that you get,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And it's obviously the lorry at the front, and then you got what you call
The
it?
trailer.
The trailer, that's
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
trailer attached to it, right? But the lorry itself is like this, and then there's like this, right? And it
Mm.
essentially drives like that in it, and then you
Yeah.
attach the trailer. That look, the actual lorry part there, they actually do racing as well. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but they do full on around the Nürburgring, which is like a really famous German ring, race course, and like other stuff. And there's actually like a racing league,
What?
right? For these trucks, and they're like zooped up, and they're kitted out, and they've been stripped apart, and do you know what I mean? Obviously, these double decker buses actually look.
It's
like
just double decker buses, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't like stripped out, or anything, but they actually do. This is probably an evolution from that. They probably saw that and they were like, you know what? They got something going on here.
There's something there, innit? There's something there. Wait, when
Yeah.
you say trailer, do you mean it's the actual just the back bit or the front bit?
No, just the front bit, the actual
the vehicle.
thingy,
Okay, got
without
you.
the trolley.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
without the trailer.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, got
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
got
So
you.
their race is always pretty funny.
That's better than F1. Why the fuck are people into F1 now, bro? I'd rather watch that.
We don't care about none of that.
Fuck that, bro.
We want the.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'd rather watch that, bro.
You know what I want to watch? You know when you go back to Pakistan, India, and you see those lorries with all the multicolors, looks like oh, what was that? What was that elephant called with multicolored?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The
The
book, bro. Let me fucking find it.
Oh, yeah, find it. But if you know what I'm talking about,
Let me find it.
God's sake.
Oh, Elma.
Elma, that's it. Elma.
What
Elma,
a G, bro.
Yeah. So if you know what that looks like, right?
Oh my god.
Basically, those the Pakistan India ones, which like buses essentially, which transport people, but they got all these different colors on it, and they got these like motivational quotes on the back of it.
Oh,
and they got all these like dangly bits hanging off it, and the horns are mad. Yeah, I want to see those racing. That's what I want to see.
That's a hazard, bro. We're gonna hear a news story the next
They
day.
drive like they're racing anyway.
True. It's because of the country. There's no fucking rules there, bro. They horn to turn. That's the indication, bro. That's the indicator, bro.
You think they horn?
They're
just going, bro. They're just going.
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Nah, it's mad.
That'd be funny. That would be funny.
But yeah, I saw that the other day and I was cracking up, bruv. I wish I could drive, man.
Yeah, you say that. I've had my license for ages, but I just don't. Soon come this summer. Hot boy summer.
two things. You need a car and you need to be hot. You're neither, bro.
Yo.
You're sexy. I'm joking, broski. I love you. You're beautiful. See the way your beard connects. Yeah, I wish like. See me. You see this?
You're beautiful.
I love
You're
you.
beautiful. It's true.
Okay, stop. The deep questions ain't here yet, bro. But nah.
Oh god. Yeah, double decker races. That's funny.
It's mad.
What else we got? This one's just so left field.
What?
This was so left field.
What we
This
did?
is what I got to hear about Utah.
What is that?
Basically, I saw a story. Yeah.
I just read this.
Yeah. I saw a story here, right? And it states Utah primary school bans the Bible for vulgarity and violence. Okay. A school district in Utah has removed the Bible from elementary and middle schools. I don't know how old those geezers are, for containing vulgarity and vulgarity. That's got to be how you
Yeah, I think
pronounce
that's
it,
how
right?
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
vulgarity.
yeah.
And violencia. The move follows a complaint from the parent that the King James Bible has material unsuitable for children.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so they banned the Bible amid larger efforts from like conservatives in states like ban teaching. So like US conservatives and stuff like that want to ban teaching on like LGBT rights and all that sort of stuff, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
teaching this stuff to like children or whatever. But then like obviously on the other end, people are like, okay, ban the Bible, etc., etc. That's kind of like the premise here, right? Like the pretense for
Okay,
everything that's kind of going on here.
got you. Yeah.
And so okay, well they also did state that the text was actually never part of the students' curriculum, but I guess it was just like
I mean, that's the
it was just
question I had. Why is the Bible even? Then are they teaching the Bible in the school? Like, are they saying is it like a Catholic school or something? Or I'm confused. What's going on? Why is it not even like? Why is it even a thing in the first place where they're saying okay, we need to ban it? Are they teaching it?
picked the worst episode to do two people, by the way. I'm just every 2 seconds just hay fever. Hay fever. It's the worst.
I keep
But
coughing as well, bro. It's
oh
bad.
bro, it's awful. But basically no, they said that it wasn't actually part of the curriculum or anything like that, but I guess they just had it like in library or something like that. Like it was just there, right? Which we don't do here in the UK. So but a
Yeah,
lot of
true.
these US states are very like Christian led
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Um and
Fair
then
enough,
obviously
innit?
obviously a lot of parents then complained and they're like, yo, you know, okay, so someone's saying, what? Okay, man, this is my tits up. The parent who complained said that the King James Bible had no serious values for minors because it's pornographic by our new definition.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the. Don't piss me off with this shit. How? What new definition? Pornographic is. What are you talking about? What does that even mean?
There must be some line somewhere. We ain't read the King James Bible, but I'm sure they probably picked out one line and they were like, "Yo,
Everyone's a pussy now, bro. I can't lie. Just fucking.
you know what I think the issue is, man? I feel like the world is probably, you know what, to a large degree, has probably always been this way. But like human beings, for the most part, want to surround themselves with people who think the same, right?
100%.
Because it gives you more peace of mind. So you think, but it doesn't. Because the difference of opinions is what creates a balanced society. Because no one's correct. Everyone has flaws to their logic, right? To some degree, in whatever way, shape, or form. Now, obviously, people from a religious perspective might say, yo, our way of living is perfect. Obviously, I, as a religious person, might believe that. But that aside, just like your general everyday way of living, your beliefs, just things like that, things that which are like cultural or traditional or societal because of where you live, right? Those aren't always going to be correct, right? There's going to be, even though even if your overall viewpoint is correct, there's going to be aspects within that which are correct and aspects within that which aren't correct, or
Affect. Affect. I got a
aspects
ting on my
within
wrist.
that glistening at the Cathio, you wanna warm me. But there's probably aspects within that
Hold that.
which could still could still be improved. You haven't have a Casio? Lol. But like yeah, there's still aspects within that which could be improved, right? But I feel
Yeah.
like here, like they just want to like go so far off. Like America's got a huge case of like identity crisis, like political identities crisis, and like things like that. Where it's just like
Mm.
everything's very politically like oh, you're either left wing or right wing. It's like a
Mm.
serious divide, right? And obviously, a lot of right wingers are Christian. That's kind of how it is in the US, right? In a lot of states, like like I said, very Christian led, right? And I just like, I don't know, man. I feel like you need to be able to read about different religions, different cultures, different beliefs, because that's just what makes you a decent person. Like it just improves. It makes sure that you straight on the middle line. Even if you have an opinion that disagrees, you should be able to healthily disagree with people. Otherwise, it creates a very toxic environment, which I don't think is very good at all.
That's interesting. I like that. I hear that. I don't get it. Are they saying they want to ban? Is this like that would depend. Is this like a start of a movement where it's like, okay, we want to ban the Bible, but does that mean from here on out we're also going to ban other religious books and other religious scriptures too, or is this something like it's just like it's the Bible and nothing else? Because then it's like, yeah, you shouldn't single out one religion regardless. If you're going to ban one, you should ban all of them. Which I can't lie to you, at that age, if you're getting taught religion at home, fine. At school should be for certain things. I don't feel like religion needs to be a part of it, but that's my personal opinion. I feel like if you want to go to a religious school, that's a whole different different
Yeah.
situation. Like you can go to a school where they put religion as part of the curriculum. It's part of, like, you get Muslim like Saturday school and stuff like that. That's fair enough. But I feel like, I don't know, like this is a bit weird. I don't understand how this is going to help anyone, apart from, if anything, it's going to cause more friction, more drama, and people are just going to get angry, which is already happening now. So it's just a bit stupid. But
What about RS lessons and stuff like that? Because the way we do it in the UK is like, you just like, they don't really go into the religion. They just teach you this is what the religion's about, and then that's it.
That's
Like,
why
these are the beliefs of the religion, and then that's it. Just to
that's
acquaint you with how it works.
that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna ban one, ban all, or teach all, teach all.
Yeah,
And
no, I agree.
teach all. But even then, like, I don't know. Like, I like. You're right. I don't think the UK curriculum goes into detail about teaching the all religions in the first place anyway. So I think, fuck it, leave it out, because you're not putting any passion behind it. You're not saying this is what they do. It's just like, it's literally reading off a line, bro. RS teachers are the most bored teachers I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. Can you remember one time where RS teacher was passionate about anything? No offense to you for listening, you're probably not, but she don't care. She never cared, bro. RS was a fuck about. People were smoking weed in the back of RS lessons.
Yo,
yes, bro.
Hang on.
People had their dick out in RS lessons. Certain man, you know who you are.
I don't know. We apparently went to the same school. I don't know any of these things.
Bleep this out. Bleep this out. Right? Bleep this out.
No, just say it, please. I can't be asked to do extra editing, please. No, for God's sake.
Do you not know this? He had his dick out.
That was a drama lesson, bro.
Was it drama?
No, it was a drama lesson.
Where's he got his dick out in drama, bro? We sit in a circle.
Okay, all right. More editing for me. I don't want to do this.
But you see what I mean? You see what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just not. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but again, I feel like this isn't probably about the Bible as much as it is about politics and identity crisis and all of these different things that are destroying America from the inside out. Just trying to
agendas, man.
Enhance the divide, the agenda gonna agenda sort of thing. So yeah, it's a bit of all out.
That's America for you, isn't it?
America. Yeah.
Hoorah.
Team America, if you ever watched it. You ever watched Team America?
What's that?
Team America. Team America. Like the guys who are like puppets.
Let me.
It's like, yeah, bro. Come on, bro.
Team America.
Matt Damon. You never heard of that? Famous? Come on, bro. It's like, bro, you never, bro, Matt Damon.
This is like Thunderbirds. The same kind of.
Yeah. Essentially. Thunderbirds filmed in Slough, by the way. Shout out.
Don't chat.
Don't. Slough is where it's made, bro. Slough boys represent.
Listen, I'm Langley.
Since day one.
I'm out of Slough now, bitch.
Listen, I'll be doing a whole episode on Slough. I might do a solo episode on Slough, actually. Bonus episode coming to Spotify soon, right? Where I just, talk about what Slough's done, bro.
You know what? Give us a little,
bro. Mars Factory, wheelie bin, zebra crossing, snooker. All right. William Herschel founded that. Discovered Uranus.
What?
Buried in Slough.
Did he?
Windsor Castle, claiming it. Slough. All right. The Queen.
Slough.
R.I.P. William. Kate. Slough. Not Harry though. But the rest of the man. Listen, let's go. Ricky Gervais. Office. Slough.
The shitter office.
The the better office, the original office. Okay, thank you
Fuck
very
off.
much.
So
All right.
shit.
Um,
No, okay,
what
okay. What
else
about
was
Slough now?
Ali G? Basically, shouts out Slough from down the
Right.
road in Staines. Comes to Slough though, filmed in Slough.
Shut
Mijuli,
up,
shout out
bruh.
Ali G. Okay, what else we got going on in Slough? We got there's more
Nothing.
stuff in there, but I just
Nothing.
can't
We got the
remember.
curve. And it's not even
No, but
curvy.
all the things I talk about were legacy, bro. You get me?
Alright,
The
go
Rock's
on.
trained in Slough.
Where? Buzz
He's
Gym.
hit the gym in Slough, Activate Gym. It's like a proper bodybuilder
Where's
one near the
Activate?
train station. It's like in the train station.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like, listen, Slough's on the map. And if you don't know, get to know. Okay. Largest trading estate Europe. Biggest Tesco.
I can't lie. The
The
Tesco
list
wins
goes.
it.
What's that song? The list goes on.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
listen.
no.
I'm
I
here
can't lie.
all day.
Listen, I'm from Slough. I'm Langley, but I'm still from Slough, innit? But I violate it. But if I hear you violating Slough, you're not from Slough. You're getting 2 slaps to the face. I don't care who you are.
3.
That being said, don't hurt me. I'm pussy. I'm joking. But
Yeah, we're joking.
yeah. No one can violate Slough unless you're from Slough. Unless you're from Slough, you can't.
Yeah,
violate
yeah,
it.
100%. That's just deal with it, innit? We make the rules.
Yeah, we make the rules.
Yeah,
we make the rules.
We make the rules.
Mad.
All right. Well, that was like stuff that's just been going on in the world. And this is actually I do see one last final thing here.
Oh.
On Google. Yeah, what's that about?
Oh, let me find it real quick. It's actually so cool, yeah. So obviously before the existence of Google, people used to ask questions in libraries. So they used to go to the library and write down little notes, essentially, yeah. And this is how they used to do it. I'm gonna try and chuck it up from my phone. And if not, if you can just do a little quick image. If not, I'll put in the story.
Yeah.
But essentially, it would literally just be, it would be a little note like that, and then I think the librarian will go and basically read some books on it and basically find out the information behind it to basically find out the answer to the question. And bro, the things people were asking. This is from 1958. Yeah.
Is it US or was it?
This is.
Do you not know? Fine, you don't know.
Oh no, this is New York Public Library.
Okay, cool.
This covered a few years ago. The staff. I'm gonna just quickly read it out for the people. A few years ago, the staff at the New York Public Library discovered a box of cards containing questions posed to the librarian by members of the public. These questions were asked either in person or received via telephone. They telephone asking the librarian service, which was set up in 1967 and operates to this day. It's still a thing now, bro. That's mad.
To this day.
To this day.
To this day.
And surprisingly, despite people having information on their fingertips these days, they still ask people because they're pussies. So I'm gonna find a couple now. Yeah, someone asked the nutritional value of human flesh. June 6th, 1958. Some Donny goes, listen, I'm hungry.
While you're doing that, let me just find out when Jeffrey Dahmer was born real quick. It was 2 years before he was born, so maybe he's dad.
Maybe
something like that.
Dad. Maybe he's dad.
That's wild. The nutritional value of a biologist, isn't it? Yeah, biologist.
Yeah, I have to chalk it up to that, bro. What was the origin of bed sheets? Someone's fucking not using bed sheets, bro.
Egyptian cotton, bro. Pharaohs and that.
Is that actually what is that?
I don't know, bro. It's just a piece of cloth over your body, innit? Like, come on. Sorry, but like on your
bed.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
This is a question, yeah, that actually it got me thinking as well, yeah. If a poisonous snake bites itself, will it die? Or does it have I'm guessing it might have a natural defense mechanism for it, but
snakes swallow themselves all the time. But there's a difference between swallowing and biting, right? Because they have the venomous glands inside their fangs that squirt out when it. Because I believe the way snakes do is that when they bite you, the glands then squirt out, and that's how the venom gets into you, right? But they swallow themselves all the time, bro.
What do you mean they swallow? Are they fucking throat goating? What do you mean they swallow themselves?
Yeah, they're like a dog chasing its tail, but they're actually successful.
But bro, you can't just cease to exist. Where does it swallow itself until?
I think they regurgitate themselves out. I've seen enough David Attenborough in it. They regurgitate themselves out. But
they give themselves heads. That's mad.
Tails, actually. This is the punny side to me that you're seeing more this episode.
I like it. I like the side to you, mate.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna Google that, but keep going. I'm gonna Google that one. I want to see what it is.
What kind of apple did Eve eat?
Oh, I want to
Fucking
think of a really
gala.
good joke. I want to think of a really good joke. Let me just type in types of apples. Oh, that's gonna be a forced joke.
Fucking gala apples, bro.
Um, crap.
Moving on.
I'm trying to
Find
think of a
one.
really
It's not that
good-
hard.
Lady apple.
There you go. That would have actually been good if you caught it quick enough, bro.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Okay, let me find. I'll do one last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What does it mean when you dream you're being chased by an elephant? Man's asking the library that, bruv. Man's asking a psychoanalysis to the library, bro.
Go to the gym, innit?
Go to
Apparently snakes have antibodies that squashes.
Yeah,
It makes sense because
so.
if they produce it, then they would. What if they swallowed their own venom? They need to be able to.
That's what I said. Yeah,
So,
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Madness though, innit? Man are just asking the library for questions and shit. Weirdest questions too.
What was it? 1958. You said, right?
For the human flesh one.
No, as in like, okay, when were all these done? They were done back then, right?
Yeah, it was different dates. It was like,
Yeah.
as in when was the first time it was done?
No, like when were those questions?
Oh yeah, a big range of like 20, 30 years. Yeah.
All right, okay, fair.
People still do.
Well, those were the way back days, but those were the days of our grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Imagine
were the
that,
days of
bro.
our grandparents.
Imagine living then. Imagine like I can't fathom it. Yeah. Imagine living in a time where you can't just pick up this little fucking brick, yeah, and be like, oh, I have a question. What is the answer to this question? It's all here. The info is right here all the time for us, yeah. In those days, shit was so hard. Everything's so difficult. Nothing's in front of you whenever you want it. We're so lucky and blessed to be born in such a generation, bro. But at the same time, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually thinking about this as well. Actually, funnily enough, someone recently, this past week, like, if you believe they went to the moon, right? How, like, they didn't? I was back in what 60s, right? Whatever, 60s, 70s. Even before that, like World War One, World War Two, industrial era, like they were creating these crazy things. Leonardo da Vinci, you know what I mean? Creating these crazy contraptions, right?
Yeah.
With what knowledge? Like
It's
these
mad.
knowledge which are, again, like you just said, stored in these books, these vaults, right? Or passed down, right? Until the internet has basically created a database for us to be able to access it. It's an online library is essentially what the World Wide Web is, right?
Yeah.
For you to access whenever you want in any fathom. But like, I just don't get it.
It's insane.
Like, in a way, I've got older siblings who are like sort of late 30s, right? They can probably relate to it to a certain degree.
Yeah,
like
100%.
growing up, being born around, early to mid 80s, for the first like 15 years probably, like 2000, they lived an offline world.
It's crazy. It's mad.
Offline world.
Imagine it, bro. Imagine it. It's crazy. Imagine before that. Imagine before all that shit. It's insane.
That's why I like going back to like Pakistan and stuff like that, because even though
humbling.
like it's, even though I live in a little village, right, in the middle of nowhere, people still got iPhones and stuff, because obviously a lot of their siblings or their sons or their uncles have traveled to countries like the UK to provide for them, so blah blah blah. So it is quite modern now, don't get me wrong, but I've been like throughout the years, right, I've been like 5 times over the years, and like I've seen how it's evolved, like, especially like the past 2 or 3 times. Like, it's been exponential. Like all these new houses with gates. I'm like, brother, like you got electric gate. The electricity doesn't work half the time, but what's your electric gate doing? Like, you know what I mean? But like, just going back and like even still living probably as a nomadic life I can live without really going out of my way. Right.
Yeah.
We still work on the fields, we still survive on the fields, sort of thing. So like when I go back, I like shutting off my phone and stuff like that and just not really using it.
100%.
So like working on the field, just get my hands dirty, like all of that stuff, right? I like it, I enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. Back to the roots, because that's where my parents were born, that's where my parents grew up. And I know your grandparents are down now, aren't they?
Yeah, man.
They're the same, right?
Yeah.
Were they born? Is it village or is it city or like?
Yeah, village, bro. They've moved around quite a bit as well. Um it's actually funny. I was talking to my granddad and my grandma literally 2 days ago, just about like the story and stuff, and it's incredible. Like it's so crazy how they used to do. Like I feel so bad about myself sometimes. Like I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit, bro. The
He
things
is.
they, the things these lot used to do back in the day just to get by, and
Well, walking 40 miles to school.
pray literally, yeah,
Oh.
40 fucking miles to school, carrying a pill of water on your back, like it's crazy, bro. And it's crazy because it's like that. It's we'll never have to experience such hardship in our lives because we're just
Fingers
so
crossed.
blessed.
Touch wood.
Touch
God
wood,
willing.
things don't go
Yeah.
left, and Atypical fails so bad that we get cancelled and no one likes us anymore and we can't get a job ever again. But like it's just crazy. Like it's they were just telling me stories about how they've had to make wise decisions but come from absolutely nothing, one of like 9 to 10 siblings both, and then the chances of like it's just like the perfect scenario, like the perfect life path, and then like the right decisions and then a bit of luck and then fucking outcomes their children, and then eventually they move abroad, and it's just the stories are insane, man. Yeah, actually, not to take it on like a we can come back to this, but I want to say a quick story that my granddad told me
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
day, and it's hilarious. So
Yeah, go for it.
so to the people out there, you don't know my real name.
Oh no, you only for government.
I already forgave you, bro. Fuck it, I don't care. So my full name, my first name's actually not even Harshu. My first name's Surya, and then my middle name.
We just take a moment just for 1 second. This is monumental. Massam's
Why?
gonna cry that he wasn't here for this.
Why? I don't understand why it's a
This
big
is a
deal.
monumental moment, bro. Been rinsing this name for decades. And it's finally coming out. Like this is
Bro,
wow.
everyone knows my name. If you know
Yeah,
me, you
yeah,
know my
yeah,
name.
yeah. But if you know, but not many people know. No, you know, I
True,
know.
true.
Yeah,
No
all
one
right,
really
I'm
knows.
ready. I'm ready. I'm just had to brace myself.
Yeah, so basically,
Recovery position.
my, my first name's Surya, and then my middle name's actually Harshu is where my middle name comes from. So my middle name's Harshith. It's like a shortened version, and Harshu is like a shortened version of Harshith. So and it has the word shit in it. Literally, it's got the word shit in it. And from birth, my grandparents named me, but from birth, everyone called me Harshu as it is. But as we know, it's got the word shit in it. And I live up to my name, bro. Imagine I was 3 months old. I was literally a baby, newborn, yeah. And I was in India and our family got taken to a wedding and it was in the temple, and it's an open plain, like a proper open area, right? And I'm a baby. I'm just crawling around doing my baby thing, living life, enjoying it before, yeah. And basically, basically, I shat so much I shat out of my
Diaper.
diaper, and I left a trail from one side of the temple to the other, and they didn't even clock where I was for a bit. So they look up and they just see a trail of shit like a snail, bruv. I just left a shit. I'm a shit
Snail
snail.
trail.
Like literally, it's crazy. And they were like, "What the fuck is this kid doing?" And apparently, I had diarrhea and shit. But yeah, it's mad.
Oh yeah, I'd bloody hope so. I don't think a normal one would travel across 4,000 square feet. Bloody hell.
But yeah, bro, it's mad. And apparently, I shat in my dad's hand once. He was washing my ass, yeah, as a baby, and I just shat in his hand.
My little cousin shot at me, to be fair.
How that felt?
Ah, I was just holding her. She took shit on me.
As she should, man. Fair play. I respect her.
Yeah. But these grandparents stories, they're loads. I mean, I remember when I went back in 2018 and my granddad, he's like, I'm sure everyone out there's got crazy, crazy grandparent stories, right? Even parent stories as well. But my granddad was born in 1928. He passed away a couple of years ago, but or maybe a couple of years ago. And
2019 time, innit? 2018.
yeah, 2019, 2020. Yeah, because I went in 2018.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was 2020. Actually, oh god, I keep forgetting 2023. It was 2021.
Time's
I'm pretty
flying,
sure.
bro.
Yeah,
Time's
time's
flying.
flying. Gosh, he was born in 1928, right? And he was in the partition, the war. right? So he was actually sent to the Ambala district in India, right?
No way.
And he fought in the partition, right? And obviously at that time it was Hindustan, right? It was India, Pakistan together, and there were a lot of Sikhs living, because I'm from the Punjab region, so there was a lot of Sikhs living on the Pakistan side of what is now the Pakistan side. And it's funny, actually, I went in 2018, I actually saw a Sikh person there, and I was like, whoa, what the hell? Like, that's like the first time I've ever seen one, right? So I think it's a bit more. No, in Pakistan. Yeah, a bit context there.
First time I saw a Sikh.
Yeah, first time I see. No. First time I see one in Pakistan, right?
Got
Because
you.
obviously it's it's Muslims on one side and Indians and Sikhs on the
As
other.
they
right?
should be. I'm joking.
No,
I'm
no, it's a
joking.
joke, it's a
Fucking
joke.
hell.
But yeah, so but anyways, so and he obviously was sent there, right? And he that's obviously where he learned his English from, right? Around that time. Colonialism, blah blah blah. You all know the story. And he's never been able to speak English with anyone other than at the time when he was,
Yeah.
and he would very rarely call us, right? And even when he would, like, for the most part, if you're talking to my dad or whatever, he'd been speaking Urdu Punjabi. But anyways, long story short, his English was impeccable till the
Okay.
end, right? And
Okay.
he passed away like what? So he was 92. Yeah, 92, 93, right?
Yeah,
When he passed away. And he was still like fit as a fiddle. He could walk for miles, right? Or, like all that stuff. Mentally, he's like super, super sharp guy, right? And I remember when I back in 2018, and we went for a funeral. It was actually his brother's funeral who passed away. And I walked in. He hadn't seen me in like 5 years, right? I walk in, and he sees me, and he just knows, like in his head, like he just knows that it's someone that's not from here. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's you could tell. You could tell for sure. Yeah.
And he like ushers me towards him, and I go towards him. He's sitting down, and then like he recognizes me, blah blah blah, talk. But like his English was still so perfect to the day. He starts speaking English straight away, and he's like, he has no one to speak it to. There's
yeah.
and yet his English is still so perfect. It's like honestly as fluent as it could possibly be, right? And it was just nuts. Like the way these managers wired differently, right? He was in the war. He was an officer in the war. He used to work on like if you ever did physics, projectile motion, right? So missiles and where they would land and where you would shoot them and coordinating them, right? Coordinating missiles, right? Like mortar strikes and stuff like that, right? And like because of the physics that he had to learn for that, right? Projectile motion, where does it land, taking into consideration velocity, speed, mass, all those different things. One of my cousins, right, his granddaughters, was studying physics as well at uni, and he used to help her like 2010 2015 again 60 50 70 years after he actually did this stuff, and he was still able to help her with her physics and all that. It's like uni level as well. It's just nutty like how sharp he was, right? And that went on to like my dad as well, and I think I got a little bit of it. I think I got a little bit of the sharpness. I think I got
Not
a
as
lucky
much,
genetic pool. Not as much. He's built different, right? It got watered down, but I think I got a little bit of it, right? Very thankfully, right? But he had loads of crazy stories. Like he started smoking at the age of 9, right? And like it used to cost like one, like how we used to have like here in the UK like hay pennies and stuff, like half a penny sort of thing. Like it was like a penny, right? It used to be like 10 of them for one of his, like one penny essentially, right? 10 cigarettes.
Well, you were fully grown by 6 years old back in those days, bro. So
100%.
I'm not surprised.
100%.
Man was
But, like,
stressed out.
It's 100%, man. Like, cause when I went back in 2018, I kind of went with the mindset of like, this might be the last time I see him, because I usually go back every 5 years, right? And this was 20. I was 20 at the time, right? So I was actually like finally old, because before that I was like 15, 16. It's still not really. I mean, 20.
You're not there,
I'm actually,
innit?
20. I'm actually there. Like I'm cognizant. I'm understanding. I'm more mature. So I was like, I really need to make the most of it, and thank God I did. So if there's anyone out there, even you, now your grandparents are here, like you don't know when you're going to see them next. Like,
100%.
without going too deep, like make the most of it to like talk to them, listen to their stories, learn from them, learn from their mistakes, learn from the good things they did, learn from all of it, right? And just create a real connection with them, because now that he's passed away, I've got no regrets. Like I'm just like, I'm good. Like I even like wrote down like a bunch of stuff that we talked about when I was out there, and he was like, he took me around to all these people's houses and like random people and family and stuff like that, and I kind of like went with him and stuff like that, and there was a lot, man. He's like, his memory was so like, he used to like he remembered that my dad came to the UK in September 1976. Like he said to me, right? He goes, "Oh, I remember when your dad, his son, obviously came. I think he went in like September 1976 or something like." And then he's like, he thinks for a second, and then it's just
dead.
sharp.
Yeah,
And when I
yeah,
talked
yeah.
to my dad after, I was like, "When did you like come to England, right?"
The
And
English.
my dad was like, "Oh, I was back in '76, like I don't know when." I was like, "Well, Granddad said it was September '76." And my dad was like, "I think it was October." And then my dad thought for a second, he was like, "Yeah, it was September '76." You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
just like shit like that. Like he's just so sharp. And
they're
obviously
built
being in the
different,
war,
man.
they built different, man. Like he used to trek like 20, 30, 40 miles. Because back then, again, I would come back to the the library stuff, right? It's like not only was there none of that stuff, especially in the village and dirt poor in the middle of Pakistan, right? But
Yeah.
transportation and all that sort of thing. You can't afford a donkey, you can't afford a horse, you can't afford any of that stuff, and cars didn't exist, right? So yeah, this is a lot of stories, from our grandparents. I'm sure we could go on, do a whole episode on on that alone, right? Especially because your grandparents are here now. I'm sure
Oh
give it a
yeah,
few months and there'll be even more. But
bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to all the grandparents and parents out there. Definitely make the most of it, because I'm glad I did. Because
yeah, man.
yeah, I'm
That's
glad I
me right
did.
now. Like I'm so blessed to like that they even still here. I'm 24 years old, and both my grandparents are still here. So I consider myself so lucky on that regard. But in that regard, so it's just yeah, like I spend as much time. I'm hard. It's hard right now. I'm trying to spend as much time as I can with them. Um, but yeah, like literally the other day, spent like 4 hours just after I finished work, just sat in the living room, just literally just chatted shit for ages, bro. And I plan to do it, bro. I plan to. They're here for like 5, 6 months. I plan to do it like as much as I can, as you said. And yeah, shout out
Nah, that's dope.
grandparents, man.
That's dope. Been
Yeah,
coming for a long time. But yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, so another thing we kind of wanted to talk about, and I guess we can jump into this like now, like
Mm-hmm.
how, speaking of like grandparents and knowing them well and all that stuff, it was what we adhered to a little bit earlier in the intro. We wanted to talk about how well we know each other. So we saw this pretty cool card game. It's like, how well do you know your friends, right? And we thought we'd sort of extrapolate that, and we do it between myself and Harshu here. So this is the sort of section where it's like get to know us a little bit, right? But we're also going to answer for Jane, Masam as well. So then hopefully in the next episode when they're here, we can see whether me and Harshu know them well or not. It's a good goal, hopefully.
Sticky one
But
still.
yeah, very sticky one still. But let's get into it. We got some bunch of questions. We can start off with an easy one.
I know
When
it.
is my birthday, Harshu?
I know it, bro. It was literally like 2 weeks ago. It's oh, my mind's gone blank. You fucked me, bro. It's May.
My birthday.
Oh, yeah. It's
Oh, brother,
March. It's
come on.
March. It's March.
It's
It's
March.
March. It's March. It's March. It's March.
It's
I got
March.
my M's confused. It's March, and it's fuck. It's
FYI, I'm not going to know a single person's birthday, and
nah.
I'll be lucky
It's
if I get the month right.
bro. Boys don't care. Shit, man.
It's
Bro,
March 25th. It's March
oh,
25th,
I
yeah.
was gonna say 26. I was gonna say
Close
26.
enough, close enough, close enough.
All right.
Jay's
All right.
is mm,
Jay's just happened
in May. Yeah, I
in
just wanted to
May.
make sure I don't ask me the date.
It's what's the date today? It's
Tell you,
26th. That's it.
I'll tell
That's
you when
it.
the Rock's birthday is, though. May 2nd. If
Fuck.
you smell,
Bad
I got
friend.
a clue when.
I think it's 26. Let me quickly. I'll quickly check while we.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure.
I
I
know
know
my
you.
sons. I know my sons.
Okay,
You
wait,
go
wait, wait,
first.
wait.
You go first. I'll.
That's in September.
Is that your answer?
It's September, October. Shit, it might even be November. I don't know.
Uh,
I'm gonna say.
oh, it was 26th May. I was
Oh,
right.
there you go.
That's why I got confused. All right, so
I think
no,
that's when my
come.
passport expires, actually. Just random fact of the day. Yeah, my brain remembers really weird stuff.
That's the
And the
sharpness in
important
it.
stuff might be, my brain. You know what? To be fair though. Masam, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and say November.
Nah, it's October.
It's October.
It's October. You're a shit friend, you know. You're
Now
a
October
fucking-
19th though.
Nah, it's 10th.
I said it with confidence.
You said it with chest. You had to. You had to be fair. You couldn't say it with that.
Yours is August, right?
Yeah, it's August. Yeah.
Okay. Don't ask me when.
I did not
Don't
expect that. I
ask
can't
me
lie.
when. Don't ask me when. No, because I know it's because like, you're the youngest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is starting great. All right, well, what should we do next? Go for it.
What the? What do you mean? Fucking tell me when my birthday is, big man.
Oh,
What do you mean,
bro? Freaking 21st, isn't it?
Yeah, you actually got it. What the fuck?
12th. I'm joking. It's 12th. It's 12th.
Yeah.
It's 16th.
Fucking dickhead, man. Yeah.
Is it? Wait, is it in the
It was
zeros, the
right.
10s, or the 20s?
It was right the first time.
It's 21st.
Yeah, bro. You
No,
actually
you're
got it.
lying.
Bro, you got it, fam. And then you changed it. And then you changed it again.
What am I saying? It's just in my blood.
Yeah, it's the
It's
9th.
in my blood to bottle it. It's the 9th, yeah. So I know you're just messing with me. Shut up. All right, there you go.
All right. What is... Ooh. All right, what do I spend way too much money on?
Crypto.
That's... I'm meant to say for you. Is this what you're saying for me? Oh, this is just a confession.
I just had to. Yeah, that one was just a confession.
This is just
The rest of them you can answer, but that one I just had to.
That's just a bit of therapy.
Yeah, but
innit?
aside from that,
you have to share in it.
what do you think?
I'm gonna say crypto. Okay, what do you spend money on, bruv? You don't spend peas, bruv. You're fucking. You're what you call it, man? You're a cheapskate. That's what.
Gujarati.
You're a patel, bro.
Oh, patel.
Oh, bleep that. Bleep that shit.
No.
Bleep that shit. I've got friends who call patels, bruv.
Yeah, we all do.
I don't know, you know. You don't spend peas on clothes because they drip shit. You don't spend peas on games. You don't spend peas on. You don't spend.
I have
peas on-
phases, man.
But you don't spend. I'm saying like, bruv, like I'm putting peas down regular basis. Like, I don't feel like you do nothing like that. I don't feel like there's no savings.
I can't lie. I don't.
But that's not spending.
Yeah, honestly, just like
Your niece and nephew.
no.
Nah, they're not
They got
loved,
parents,
innit?
bro. They can sort themselves out. Bro. They get enough shit. Spoiled brats.
Bruv,
Back in my
Birthday
day,
presents. We're spending we need to drop our budget, bruv. From what we're doing right now is too much.
it's
I
a bit
can't lie
mad.
to you.
No, you know why? It's because we delayed them so much. We all do before. Masam gets his early because again his is in October. Don't ask me the date though because I've forgotten. And but the rest of ours fall in March, May, August, and July.
June.
I think June.
June.
Another friend.
Shout out Jazzy.
And then mine gets delayed to like May, and then Jay's gets delayed until like June. So we end up just doing full payments.
No, I'm not letting this pass without the whole fucking story. Yeah. So we basically, Hamzah had the great idea. I'll just say the story. Hamzah had the great idea, which I actually respect. I can't lie to you. His idea is that us 5 friends put some peas together.
It was your idea too. It's both of us.
Okay, yeah,
both
it
of
was
us.
it was our
both of
idea.
us.
Yeah, sure.
Not the
put
rest, not the other two useless
Nah,
dons. It was
yeah,
just
that's why they're not
us
here.
two.
Shit
Oh,
bastards,
it's
bro.
fine.
Put some money together and basically get each other a present in it on our birthday. And there was, we put so much effort into Masam's, yours, and Jay's. Yeah. Bro, the organization was different. Yeah. Masam's, we walked from town to his house. Bleep that. And
God's sake, man, you're making my life way more difficult than it needs to be. Got busy work week. Go ahead, bro.
And we delivered him his presents. Yeah, with Hamzah, we had like a whole hamper, this, that, the other. For Jay, I don't remember, but I feel like we put bare effort into that. For me, my birthday's in August. I got my presents in November because of these fucking pussios, bro. I hate my friends, fam.
It's Jay's fault.
Hate my friends, man.
It's Jay's
Either
fault.
way, though, it's a common occurrence now. We're all just delayed each other's presents so much.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't give a shit.
it's-
It's the thought that counts. At the end of the day, we know we're getting them. We
Yeah.
don't give a shit. Unless it's like something timely, then it's like cool. But like even my one, I'm not really in a rush. Like to get some. Like,
Yeah.
I need like smart clothes for work and shit. I don't really care. So whatever.
nah.
But what do I think you spend? I honestly don't spend money on anything. I have phases
I
where
don't feel
like I
like-
love Lego, so I spend bare money on Lego. I have phases where I like this. stuff like that. For you, I would say your girl.
Too fucking right. Too fucking. She's right here. Stupid hot. No, I love you. I'm sorry. Bleep that. Bleep that. Bleep that.
You're such a
No. Shut up. But no, it's mad, bro. It's mad.
Other than that,
You're right though, man. I need to stop.
I know I'm right, bro. Come on, man. Call me Mystic Man because I predict these things.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'd say clothes, probably. Other than clothes and motive like that, I don't really know what you spend your money on, to be honest.
I need to come out for a motive to spend money there, geezer.
Yeah, motive I see you going on it.
I'd say probably. I don't know, with clothes as well. I feel like it's a quarterly thing, but I do spend like it'll be like once every 3-4 months. But then I'll
when
spend
it rains,
like
it pours.
when it rains, it pours. She like the way that.
All right. Go on. Let's quick fire some of these. What public figure? Do you think
What did they spend the most money on?
Oh yeah, forgot about them.
Masam games because he's a fucking neek.
Games and cinema.
And cinema, 100%.
And secretly London motives. He goes on a few of those.
Yeah, he found friends somewhere. I don't know how, but he's been leaving. He's out right now, the bastard.
Yeah, to be fair though. Jay.
His girl.
He don't really spend an awful lot than that. I think he just buys weird shit. Like a wrist rest and he just buys weird accessory stuff. He's an accessory guy. Jay's an accessory guy.
Yeah. He
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Yeah, something like that.
All right. How much money would we give to our family if we won 10 mil?
9.
Really?
Yeah. As in my immediate family. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say under your roof.
Under my roof. Okay, you know what? We'll split that 2.5 each.
Siblings.
Actually, not my little sister. She's gonna splash that shit. I'm gonna say parents.
Sephora trip immediately.
Trust me,
she's
100%,
gone, bro.
100%. Little shit. I'm gonna say 2.5 each, but hers unlocks only when I deem her worthy.
Trust fund.
Yeah, trust fund. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm putting 10 mil on black and I'm rolling it.
What, you're betting now? Astaghfirullah, bro.
Oh,
I gotta keep you away from that, bro. Gotta keep you away.
That's not what I meant.
Or not?
Nah.
Pressure.
How much do you think I would give? Sorry, we're completely botching this, by the way.
Nah, it's calm. This is vibes.
Yeah, how much do you think I would give
to your family?
Yeah, to my family. I got a lot of family members.
You got like 20
I got a
people
bare man
under
my
roof,
roof.
bro.
Yeah.
Obviously,
you know what I mean.
The majority goes to your parents because I know how much they've worked and I know how much you think they've worked. So I feel like you spend. Personally, I feel like you spend
enough though, innit?
Oh, fair enough. Say the word.
Nah, I feel like you know what I would do. Again, I would just probably invest it, but then have like a split percentage for like each person, so that you know what I mean. Like so basically, what I would do essentially, right, is I would invest it, and then I would invest it in a way where I can get like frequent returns.
Brother, I don't care. How much money would you give to your family?
I'm just telling you, all the man out there, yeah? This is how you should be thinking, okay? All right?
You're turning into Jay. I don't like it. How much money are you giving your family, bro?
Considering I've got a split across, you know what, I'm just going to keep it like immediate family. I'll say my brother's sister, parents.
Yeah, say no more.
Maybe like across all of them, maybe like 8 mil and then keep 2 mil myself sort of thing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Masam, I feel like he'd pretty much give all of it. He's only got 2 people anyway, so a bit fraudulent. But 3. I think he'd just give 3, yeah. So he'd just give all of it. And that's that.
Yeah.
And then Jay, I feel like they both would actually be quite giving.
I think we're all quite giving. Like, okay.
Yeah, so that's that question. Go on, pick another one.
All right, let's do
quick fire.
Nah, but some of these about to go deep, bro. Okay, let's do the shit ones quick, yeah?
Yeah.
Favorite clothing brand? I know what yours is.
What?
Adidas.
Or Uniqlo, sure. Yeah.
Or Uniqlo. I would say Jay's is Adidas.
Or Zara. Actually, no, not Adidas.
Not Adidas?
Zara, Uniqlo, ZRK. Sure, ZRK.
I like that. I'm gonna say. I think Jay would say the same, or he might. I've seen him wear some.
He just wears Instagram companies that don't exist, bro. That's all he wears.
No, bro. But I do like it.
He always wears cool shoes. He's got another pair that I saw him on the other day. I
I
don't know where
can't.
he finds this shit from, man.
I can't lie to you. Some of his shoes are very, very, very sus, bro. He had one with fucking ping pong balls in it, bro. You remember that shit,
What?
bro? He had like small beads in it. I was like, what the fuck are you wearing, bro?
Aesthetics, innit?
Uniqlo, yeah, Uniqlo. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him in some Tommy Hilfiger. You know, I've seen.
Masam.
I think I saw Masam in some Tommy. You know, I was like,
Bougie.
bougie.
You, I would say, like some of the street brands that you wear, like Remedy or some shit, something like that,
Yeah, probably. I'd say.
or like
I'd say.
Nike. Nike.
I mean, can't go wrong with
I'm
Nike.
trying to get sponsored, innit?
You know what? I'm gonna have to make some calls, mate. I would say JK attire as well. I mean, I feel like they're sick, but they're like they're pissing me off recently, man. Their quality is going down. You need to up your game if you're listening. You're not
There you go,
listening.
mate.
Goddamn.
Nice flat in the city or big house in the countryside. I think you would go for a flat in the city,
I mean, it depends when.
like now, and then I think like in the future you'd move to a house in the countryside.
Countryside's a bit wet, man. If it was
Okay,
like a big house in like the suburbs somewhere, like it's out of the way, I wouldn't mind that. But countryside just
sure.
pisses me off.
I
But yeah,
said
right
this.
now, nice flat in the city. I'd say you'd say big house in the countryside because you like your solitude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Masam would want this. Masam wants the flat in the city because he loves London. I'm gonna say Jay.
Somewhere in the middle, but if we have to choose, I would say countryside over flat in the city.
Probably the same, you know. Yeah, I'd say the same
Yeah.
for Jay. Yeah.
What else can we say here? Favorite memory? What's your? Forget the other guys because it's a bit different. What was your favorite memory in 2022?
Bro, 2022. What did I even do, bro?
We can say aside from like the things like this one time where I went to a family dinner or like this family like a religious event we all got together, like those like the obvious like things.
Yeah.
So maybe aside from like the really obvious like family or like deep friends things or like a really
Oh,
special date with your girl or whatever. Aside from that stuff,
I can't lie to you, and this is not because I'm here on the pod with you, and you know when Jay and my son would be here as
sure.
well. But I think one moment that really stands out to me to this day, is when we were on top of the hill in Greece. Yeah, that shit was fucking, bro. I swear, we said it afterwards as well. I was about to shed a tear, bro. I'll be so real, fam.
It was romantic.
It was so romantic. I wanted to bend you lot over, yeah.
Okay, just
And I wanted to
it.
bleep. But bro, it was so good. Like I was literally emotional. I was like, bro. The thing is, the best part was not a word was said for about 5 minutes. We climbed up to everyone listening. We were in. Was it Lycabettus Hill? Or
No, that was Likavitos. That was another one.
yeah,
We
it
were
was
in.
another.
I'll find it. Keep
Yeah,
going.
there was another hill, and we had made a whole trek the whole day. It was one of the days we were out exploring, and by the end of the day, we were getting to this last bit, the last bit of the trek. It was bare. It was near where Aristotle was. It Aristotle's prison.
Yeah, it was. The hill is called like Nymphs Hill, Areopagus Hill.
Areolas
Yeah.
Hill.
No,
Yeah,
all right,
right
balls.
there.
It's the one
Nymphomaniac
if you
Areola
know
Hill.
if you're familiar with Athens or whatever, it's the one that has the observatory on top of it. It's got
Yeah.
like a view of like the Parthenon and like the
It's
walls
so
and stuff,
beautiful.
yeah.
So we got up there, and then all of Greece was lit up. It was like a day when everyone was out partying, and
Philippappus
all
Hill.
the Philoppopolis Hill. That's it.
Philippappus, bro. Wait, I mean populous at the end of it. But yeah.
But it was so beautiful because we got up there and literally we were just taking the views in, and I just remember us just sitting down on the rocks and our feet were hanging off the ledge, and it was so high up. And bro, like literally we didn't say a word for about 5 minutes, but I knew all of us were thinking the same thing, just about like how beautiful that moment was, bro. That was
Really
just so
nice.
beautiful. And yeah, I'd say that, can't lie, that was sick.
One thing I do when I'm on holiday, yeah, might sound a bit weird, but I recommend to people trying it because I'm lucky enough to like go on holidays somewhat frequently. But for a while, I felt like I was just like phasing through, and then I look back on them and be like, I felt like a simulation, right? So I started doing this thing where like when I go to a place and like it's just beautiful, I just close my eyes and I just stop I like empty my mind and I just take in all the senses around me. It's gonna sound so weird, but like
No,
the wind,
exactly
the
the same.
noise, the everything's like the wind, the noise, talking, breathing.
It's a snapshot.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm literally creating it. I'm creating a snapshot in my head so that I can close my eyes at any moment and I can just think back to that moment because
Yeah.
I genuinely just stop and I breathe and I take in all the different things, right? So like that's just, I don't know if I recommend trying it honestly because it works genuinely, right? When you just take in so much and like just your core focus, trust me, it was really good.
Yeah.
For
Beautiful,
me,
man.
that one's great. For me, I might say the one in Jordan when I was on the rooftop. Like, yeah, it was a bunch of strangers and stuff, but I don't know. For me, it was just like
Vibes.
it was just like a proper free, like that one. What you just said, Athens, yeah, right. It's tomato, really. It's different. They're different. But I was in Jordan. Obviously, it was solo trip alone. Listen to Hamza's Middle East Adventures, the episode, and stuff like that. So that was really cool. Yeah, I don't know what those two would, but who cares what they did.
You know what? Let's take it a little deeper now, man. I feel like we're already getting there. So, talking about memories, what is a memory you never want to let go of? What is something that's just stuck with you and it's gonna stick with you forever?
Obviously, there's so many, right? There's so
Mm.
many. Right? We're just
We can
picking
take our
one that
time.
comes to mind. Which
Yeah.
you know, it's, you can never say one memory only. That's impossible.
What's the first one that
Um,
comes to your mind, if you
I
can?
th- I
Like,
think the first one that comes to mind is probably because we've been talking about it. It's probably when I said bye to my granddad when I
okay.
was in Pakistan because I said to him before I left, I went over, shook his hand, or whatever, and I was like, "Listen, you better be here next time I come back around." And I gave him a handshake and a hug, and obviously he brushed it off, blah blah blah, whatever. But I remember that very specifically. So that's one memory, and then obviously that time I spent with him as
Yeah.
well, in that trip. So that's one that comes to mind because we were talking about it.
Yeah. No,
So
that's
yeah,
beautiful, man.
that's one.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Things like that should be cherished for the rest of your life, 100%.
for sure, for sure. What about you?
Um, it's a hard one, you know. Um, I want to say this. The first thing that's coming to my mind now, and I feel like it's just because it was so recent.
Mm.
Like, when I was in Mexico last year,
Yeah,
there was a boat ride. We was on. It was a family boat trip.
yeah.
Bro, there was something about the sun and the vibes that day, bro. Like literally, there was one part of the motive where a lot of it I was just sat slightly away
Waved.
from. No, no, sat slight that too, that too. I was
The
waves on
boats,
the
isn't
waves.
it? Yeah,
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 it's waves, isn't it? But I was sat slightly away from the center of where the actual like the party was going on, and I was just like, bruv, like we don't go on holiday much. Like it's like people work over and over to have that break, which is not how humans are meant to live. Like, and it was just like that moment of euphoria. Like I was just watching over the waves and the sun, and it was just like raw. Like there was no words. It's inexplicable. It was so beautiful. I felt I was the calmest I've felt in a long time because
Mm.
we were talking about the anxiety episode as well. My head sometimes I don't know if I have anxiety. I don't feel like I have anxiety or anything, but my head goes in a rush sometimes, and it's hard to like bring myself back to earth. And I just felt like so grounded and rooted to the spot in that moment, and it was just so beautiful to me. So that's something I don't want to let go of. It was still so recent, so I feel like there's more impactful memories if I actually sat and thought about it
Mm.
for a while. But yeah, that was just something fresh in my mind.
Yeah. It's just one of those moments where, like, and I've had it a few times when I've been on holiday as well. It's just like, because you just get far away from everything. And
Yeah,
it's just one of those moments where you're just like,
yeah, yeah,
I'm
exactly.
grateful.
The
Like,
release,
it's just
man.
one of those moments.
Happy
Yeah,
to
for
be
sure.
here and things.
I had one of those that comes to mind. I think specifically you're talking about like weather and being on the boat and whatever. Like when I was in Paphos in Cyprus, and I was just like alone, and it was like it was hot as shit. And the sun was killing me, and it was just the Mediterranean was just open in front of me. And I could just see the horizon, and it was just like I was stood on a little bit of a hill, and I was just there alone. It was a bit like it
Yeah,
was that one
man.
of those moments. So yeah, nah, I relate to that.
It's so beautiful, man. The human
Um,
condition, man.
yeah, for sure, man. Um, back then, did you think our friendship would last this long? If you know, you know.
If you know,
If
you
you
know.
know, you know. No.
No.
Oh,
it's safe
God.
to say for anyone listening, it's safe to say Hamza and I had some ups and downs, but I'm glad it did. I'm gonna say that. I'm glad it did. It did last this
Yeah,
long.
I'm still figuring out that part, but
Yeah, fuck you, man.
and we can both 100% agree on that. Is that
I mean, that's a good question.
what is something we both 100% agree on? Like Jay and Masam are useless, really, and
I was
they
literally
bring
about
the
Mum's fucking life. I was thinking the same thing, bruv. Mum's life,
That's
bruv.
it.
We're the life of the party, bro. We're the reason why
100%.
people click in. I can't lie to you, Jay Massam. Don't come back, bruv.
But,
Don't come back.
listen, we get big share of the profits. I'll take it.
I'll
I'm
take
all
it,
about
bro.
the money.
The
Monies.
money.
Sponsored by Monies.
Money's overrated, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100% money's overrated.
Ooh. I'm a. Oh yeah.
Let's do one more and then we can go into the Anon submissions. Or if you've got a couple more, if you've got a
Ooh.
couple more you like from here.
I do. I like all of them. You know. I do wanna. I'm gonna say we
Go for
allow
it.
these ones. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say. Let's do this.
Oh, yo.
I'm saying let's go
Drop the
deep.
question.
Let's get to the trenches, mate.
Let's go.
What are the toughest demons you're fighting, Hamza? Right now.
Demon time.
The devil in me, the demon in me.
The biggest demon.
Shout out Jay Huss, my new song. It's crazy.
Biggest demon I'm facing now. I think the biggest demon I'm facing now, and the biggest demon I've been facing for a while, is probably being my own worst enemy. I am the demon I'm facing, I think.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah, astaghfirullah. But
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? Deep.
I think there's a lot of there's a lot of things which are innate within my character, my personality, passed down through family, society, environment I've been around, picking up habits, etc. that are quite tough to kill, and that aren't very good and aren't very healthy. My hair's a mess. That aren't very healthy, or could be healthier. That are really quite hard to push down and kill off, right? So, and I feel like they are a lot better now than they were in the past, but yeah, I think I would say so. Specifically, I don't even know. Not being so black and white. That's one, right? Which I used to be a lot more of. But I'm a lot better now. Yeah, shut up. Not being so black and white, just trying to understand things from other people's perspectives a little bit better. And it's not that I don't, in the way it's not like I'm an arsehole, at least I like to think so. But it's more so that it's just kind of just my programmed behavior. Again, because of the reason that I just said. So just trying to essentially rewire myself.
Yeah, you could be stubborn. You could be stubborn at times.
But yo, relax, all right? Relax.
I'm just being straight up, bro.
We're talking about stubborn. That's my time, bro.
Oh, Massa.
Yeah, come on. That's a different kettle of fish.
Let's be real.
That's
his demon, bro.
Man's a pond. That's an ocean. Do you know what I mean? There's a different kettle of fish, all right? He's the Donny at the bottom of the ocean with the light that comes out of his head, bro. He's different gravy, right?
He's an angler.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, a stubborn interest. I might need you to break that one down. Post pod. But that's pissed me off now.
We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Nah, but yeah, just things like that, really. To be honest,
I hear that, bro.
I
hear that. I like the fact that it's saying, "What is the demon I'm fighting right now?" Oh, yeah, toughest demons you're fighting. Yeah, present. I feel like in the past, I feel like you've met some of the demons that I was fighting. I feel like I've that would have been similar to you, just my mind, myself, because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm hella tough on myself. Like I'm very tough on myself, and yeah, my mind, bro, my mind was a fucking maze. Like I feel like I just every time I did it was always like one step forward and two steps back if I was trying to make progress and work on myself. Like the person I am today, compare me to even a year ago, is just a whole different person. And I'm not saying that in like a cocky way. I just mean in the sense that I pride myself in me putting a lot of work into myself to try and be a better person, because I wasn't the greatest. Not that I was like a fucking prick, but even though, just, you know. But now it's more like, I want to say, coming to terms and dealing with, I want to say, like I really want to succeed, like a lot, yeah. And it's coming to terms with, fine, I have to figure it out. Fine, I have to sit down and, you know, there's avenues I want to explore. There's basically, I'm just up at night a lot of the time thinking about the next move. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? How is this going to work for me? Thinking about the future. And I feel like it's just the pressures of being at this age where it's like, got to think about, one day,
It's a pivot
I want,
point.
yeah, I want to get married. I want to have children. I want to, how are we going to afford all these things? Like, and just aging into that. And it's like that really keeps me up at night. And literally, going back to the anxiety episode, the guy at the health check place was like, "Yeah, you need to fucking calm down because you're off the rails, bro. You're off the charts." And
Yeah, but it's
bro, I'm
alright for
getting
you,
grey
Dave.
hairs.
We're all different, bro. I've got 2-3 grey hairs, man. Holy
That's what I'm
schmoly,
saying,
bro.
bro. It's bad,
Yeah.
but yeah, just the pressures, those demons, and I'd say still my mind, like still, yeah, if my head fucks with me sometimes, but yeah,
Listen, when you want to
that's what I'd say.
succeed as bad as you want to breathe,
Breathe. That's
shit
when you'll be
happens.
successful, mate.
100%. Yeah. Nah, I'm very similar to that, but I've focused on like one step at a time, which is something I never did. I never did. It was either, if I can't do everything, I'm going to do nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
And I've that's one of my biggest things, if not my biggest thing I've been trying to combat, because that encompasses so many different things. It's
yeah.
like my mindset was always tunnel vision. Like, if I can't do everything, I can't do it to the absolute best, and I'm not going to do it at all. I'm just like, whatever. It wasn't like I'm just not going to do it. It's like I just didn't want to. My body couldn't do it. But now I realize, like,
Gotta break it
having
down.
worked and stuff like that, yeah, like the ones who are most successful, and nobody knows what they're doing. Go to a workplace, you go to whatever, for all intents and purposes, nobody knows what they're doing. People are clever, people have knowledge, whatever, but they're figuring it out as they go along, right?
Yeah, no one
And
knows. Yeah,
it's just the ones who are successful, though, are the ones who
kept
every
at it.
day compound, like Einstein said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who know it benefit, those who don't will be destroyed by it, right? So it's like those who can compound every single day, consistency, just don't give up, they're the ones who succeed. So for me, it's like, I just make sure I turn up every day. It's got to make sure I
Yeah,
turn up every day, because then I'm going to
100%.
outwork every single one of these mother truckers, right?
100%.
That's the mentality we have with our podcast as well. A little bit of backroom insight.
We're militant with it. I can't lie to you. We're fucking.
We haven't
militant
missed
with
a
it,
week of content in 10 months,
Yeah,
9-10 months. And we look at other people out there who are very small creators, just like we are for now, right? And nobody hits that level of consistency that we do, that we've come across. I'm sure there's millions out there that are, don't get us wrong,
I'm
right?
sure
But
there are
we
too. Yeah, I'm sure there are
no,
too.
100%, right? But just the ones that we see, like that kind of in our demographic, right?
Yeah,
That's probably a better way of putting it. Again, that we've seen, right? That's driving us, because we want to make sure that we're more consistent than others, right?
yeah.
So that's a little insight
Number one
into,
Slough
yeah.
podcast. I can't lie. I'm gonna say it now. Listen,
First
oh,
Slough in the world, but some
first
people
Slough
would
in the
say it's
world.
the other way around.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm
Saying, bro.
saying.
But yeah, there
But
we go.
yeah, man.
There's an answer to that question.
What
But
you saying?
yeah, why don't we do an Anon submission?
Come.
You guys have been very active with the Anon submissions, actually. So
Thank
shout out
you.
to all of you, and keep it coming, because we're gonna get to them. Simple as that. We're gonna get to them. If we don't do dedicated atypical advice sessions, it's not therapy. Atypical, it's never licensed. If we don't do specific atypical advice episodes or something of an equivalent nature, we obviously always pretty much will try and get to them at the end of an episode, unless it goes awry. But there was a few that came in, some incredibly hard hitting, which we are still debating and processing whether we put them out there.
By the way, I'm gonna address it right now. You know who you are. If it's not a joke, genuinely reach out to us, because that shook us.
Reach out to us individually.
Yeah, whoever you're comfortable
or through
with.
the Atypical DM,
Yeah.
and whoever you reach out to be, and to provide just some context, just in case there's anyone who's like confused. I'm just gonna say the one which talked about anxiety.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
reach out to us, all right? And we'll get back to you because I don't think we really wanna
No, no, no.
talk about it because
No, no.
it's a bit mental. But hopefully you're doing good, and please, yeah, do shout
Yeah.
out
Fingers
and
crossed,
reach
man.
to us. Other than that, let's see. Let's go for Dana, Dana, da 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 da. Would you like to talk about trauma dumping, or would you like to talk about an overbearing family, Harshu?
Oh my god.
Which one would
That
you like
is
to talk
so
about?
that's a great selection there, broski.
Yeah.
Um I've had both, so don't know. I don't know.
Just
You
about
know
the
what?
family one, because
Come.
it's a family vibe
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
isn't it?
Let's
Yeah,
do it. Let's
it's
do
a
it.
family
Yeah.
show. Um,
Arguably.
so the Anon submission here, which we'll close off the show with.
Sorry,
You
sorry,
right there?
sorry. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just get ready in it.
Atypical anonymous submissions with Hamza and Harshu. My family are too overbearing. It's becoming a lot for me to handle and affecting my relationships and friendships as others don't seem to understand. They're not controlling in a cruel way, rather, they're projecting their own anxiety onto me. Having to deal with their constant questioning is exhausting and makes me not want to do anything. What can I do? So just to repeat it, my family are overbearing. It's a lot for me to handle. It's affecting my relationships, my friendships, and others don't seem to understand. They're not controlling in a cruel way, but they're projecting their anxiety onto me, and then having to deal with their constant questioning is exhausting and
Okay.
makes me not want to do anything. Sounds very South Asian.
Yeah, I can't lie. I was about to say
Yeah.
very, very South Asian.
What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts. So are they saying what can I do about it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, I feel like you're already in like to make. I feel like the silver lining here is the fact that you're not in a family which is controlling and asking you these questions. They said that's what they said, right? Just to
Yeah, they
confirm.
said they're not controlling in a cruel way,
Yeah,
projecting their anxieties onto me.
yeah. I feel like they're already on the.
Overprotective, maybe.
Yes, yeah. I feel like you've not to make light of your situation, but I feel like you're already in a better position than it could be if they were like overbearing and controlling and asking these questions. It could be a lot worse. But so first, I feel like take light in that situation. But I think sitting them down and explaining to them that you're you're um you know hopefully old enough to make your own decisions and you're safe and you've proven it 1,000 times before when you do whatever you do, and just to have some faith, because I feel like at some point families are, at the end of the day, everyone's just looking out for each other in most situations. So as long as you don't take advantage of that and vice versa, everything should be okay. So they just need to have a little faith in you, and just show them that. Just be like, let me prove it to you. Watch my movements for a bit. Not watch my movements as in like, watch everything I do, but just observe me for a bit and notice that I'm not breaking your trust. I'm not pushing any
Mhm.
boundaries, your limits, and I'm just out there doing my thing, innit? What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I feel like in South Asian communities, if it's not the cruel side of things, then I feel like parents just want to be very involved
Yeah.
and just kind of create the path for you to walk in. Maybe because they had to come to this country and create their own path, right? Maybe there's a little psychological thing, you know what I mean? And I don't.
You're assuming it's South Asian here, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
You're
I'm
yeah
sorry. I'm hella assuming it's a South Asian. It might
yeah
not
yeah
be,
yeah.
but it's just very akin with what I think we've
Hundred
experienced
percent,
or know
hundred
of. So
percent.
that's why we're going for it. If it's not, then it still applies.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
same thing, right? But like, yeah, I feel like parents have a lot of the time they want to be controlling in the sense of always having a say, always being involved. Where it's like sometimes just let you know what I mean. Like when a lion gets old enough, so to speak, it gets kicked out the pride and has to go. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. You know, when an animal gets old enough, it gets kicked out the pride, it gets kicked out the group, the pack, and it has to go
The
It'll
warrior's
find its
journey.
own way in life. Exactly,
Yep.
right? And I feel like parents kind of latch on too much, which is not good. It's not healthy. You know, even the little things, it's like, come on, just let me figure it out. Let me try it. If I fail, cool, whatever. But I'm not gonna learn unless I do it myself. So I feel like
100%.
I kind of get what this person's saying in that regard. I think you just gotta like draw a line in the sand. If you're old enough, don't know how old you are. Right? Let's just take an assumption that you're
It's at 18
25. Well,
because
okay,
say
I was
on
gonna
it
go.
18.
Yeah, I was gonna go both ways, right? I was gonna come
Oh,
to that,
okay.
right? But
Say
let's
no
say
more.
you're 25 plus, you've got a job, blah 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 blah. Like you're an independent adult for all intents and purposes. Then you need to kind of draw a line in the sand, right? And be like, listen, at what point am I gonna be an adulting? Right, and I'm gonna stop being like treated like a child, if that's the context here. And then I think just slowly by slowly, just drive that stake in the ground and be like, listen, you're looking out for me. Yes, please continue to do that, but allow me to make my own mistakes and sort of try my own ways and see what happens. If it's something that's very dangerous for me, by all means, be a little bit more controlling. But on the little things and the stuff like that, come on, like let me live a little. And obviously,
Yeah.
if you're on the other end of the spectrum, you're 16, you're 18, whatever it might be, then it's different because I mean, you haven't fully matured, sort of thing. But at the same time, it's still not healthy to have that sort of level of control. But I think taking the advice that I just gave, which is unsolicited advice, just my opinion, you don't have to listen to it in any way, shape, or form. But maybe do that, but perhaps to a slightly lesser degree, and roll with the punches probably a little bit more, maybe. But it also depends on your family dynamics and how you're set up and stuff like that too. But I don't know. I just like feel like because you don't want to, you're in less control of your emotions and stuff like that. You don't want to go too much too far. But I feel like, yeah, if you're 25 plus, you're better control. You can handle the situation, probably drive the stake in the ground a little bit more than you can if, let's say, you're a bit younger and you're still at school or some shit like that, or you're just starting uni or like something like that. So that's kind of the logic behind
No, I
what
hear that.
I
I
said
think what
there.
you said, yeah, that's perfect. Like, yeah, heed your advice when you need it with certain things. You know what to go to your parents about, innit? But with other things that you know
Hopefully.
you got, yeah, well, fingers crossed. With other things that you know you've got, just draw that line. That's it. Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Yeah. All right. That
Damn,
was the Harshu Hamzah special.
the HH.
The
Let's get it.
HH. Yeah. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. And maybe if you did, then maybe, we're teasing, maybe potentially doing bonus episodes, maybe if you're lucky. If you're lucky,
Mm-hmm.
if you're right, put some stuff down in the comments.
Let us
Then
know,
maybe you can
man.
get a Jay and Masam, or a Jay and Harshu, me and
Mix and
Masam,
match,
blah blah
man.
blah. You know what I mean? Mix and
Mm.
match duos to get a little deeper dive into each of our personalities. Because obviously 4 people on a pod sometimes,
Fucking annoying, man.
yeah, you need to speak a bit more, innit? You know what
Mm.
I mean? But yeah, no, let us know if you enjoyed it. As always, thank you. Keep the anonymous submissions coming in. They're great. They're fantastic. There's a lot here. It's really picking up and we're loving it. So we're going to get to all of them without a shadow of a doubt. We will leave no stone unturned. Let us know if you like some of the topics and the games we played today, and if you want us to keep doing them, and you ever want to see any repeats, any suggestions of any topics, ideas, things you want to talk about. Our anonymous form is there. If not, just hit us up in the DMs, or if you got our numbers and so on, just give us a shout. Do you know what I mean? And take any suggestions and any constructive criticism too. But as
Like,
always,
subscribe.
topic.
At the Atypical Podcast. Let us know what you think. Comment down below and see ya.